Hi all, welcome to my channel. So today I'll be talking about the book that I have read last month, that is The Psychology of Money. I know most of you have read it already, and if not, I will definitely recommend that you have a copy of this. So today we are going to summarize it, and I'll tell you about my understanding as well. So first I'll start with the saving rate. And the author have emphasized on saving more. Okay, so he has given more weightage to saving rate as compared to the investment rate and income rate.
Let's take an example of two person A and person B. Okay, so A has a limited investment skills. So based on that, he is only able to make 8% on return on investment. B on the other hand has more investment knowledge, investment skills, so is able to make 12% on investment. Now B has a tendency of spending more. His expenditure, day-to-day expenditure is more, so he is spending 10% on expenditure out of the 12%, and rest 2% he is saving. On the other hand, A has very limited expenditure, so he only spends 2% on expenditure, and the rest 6% he is able to save. So you can see how the saving rate has more weightage than investment rate and income rate. With 2% of savings and 6% of savings for A, this 6% is going directly into his wealth. So this 6% is making him more wealthy than B. And here only 2% is going into the wealth of B.
So always emphasize on the saving first and then plan expenditure. Okay. Second is compounding. The power of compounding. The author has emphasized on that never interrupt the process of compounding. Okay. Once you have invested your money in a security or an equity, let it grow. Never interrupt that, right? If you interrupt it, if you for an emergency need, if you have withdrawn that money money won't grow further. It will stop. So maybe you have invested 500 for 10 years, right? That after 10 years that you have 500 will grow to around 700 or something. Okay, but if you withdraw that amount now, that won't grow to 700 after 10 years, which is promises to pay you back. So never interrupt that. If there's a case of emergency, please look at alternative means to fund that emergency. Time is very much important when you're making an investment. So always keep your money invested for a longer period of time to have a greater and high return. Getting wealthy versus staying wealthy. Okay, getting wealthy is something other thing and staying wealthy is something other thing. You should always keep that in mind. Getting wealthy means that suppose you have earned money or you have earned a lottery ticket, right? You got 1 crore rupees. Okay, you got the wealth, that is getting wealthy, right? You got 1 crore in your hand. Staying wealthy maintain that you maintain that amount. Okay, if you earn that 1 crore and after that 1 crore you went out to buy something like 50 lakh you gave it to a luxury car, you bought a Mercedes, okay, and another 50 lakhs you are spending on branded clothes. So you're not staying wealthy, right? You have whatever you earned, you have spent it all. So you are back to zero again. Okay, so staying wealthy is very much important than getting your wealth. Staying wealthy will happen the moment you start saving. So saving is really important when you have started earning. Okay, so plan your wealth accordingly. Look at what and all you have accumulated. Look at the products that you really need to buy. So here comes living below your means. The fourth topic that I'm going to emphasize is living below your means. Okay, if you can, suppose you're earning around 20,000 per month. Okay, and but no, you are very much determined that no, I'm gonna buy the branded clothes. I cannot wear non-branded clothes, or cannot wear clothes from the local market. Okay, so you and you will be eating everyday outside. So at the end of the month, what happens that you're completely broke, and at the end, even to meet your means, you have to borrow money from someone, and you are in debt. 20,000. Try to manage your expenditure, live in a low rented apartment, buy local clothes. It's not gonna have a negative impact on your reputation. There's also a point that author has said that wealth is not something that we see. Wealth, it means that if you see we have a house or a car or like Mercedes or Audi, you think that that person is wealthy by seeing that outer structure, by seeing his apartment, by seeing his car, by the outer side, whatever you see, you think that that person is wealthy. Wealth is not that. If you see the scenario in such a way, like the 50 lakh car that you see that is thinking that is his wealth, but on the other side, that 50 lakh rupees have decreased from his wealth, right? His own that car is not his wealth, but if he had kept that money 50 lakh in his savings, that would have been the wealth. Okay, so wealth is not what that you see in a physical structure. Wealth is something that you own which has not yet been converted into the physical stuff. Okay, so keep that in mind. Wealth is not owning something big, but wealth is something that you've already accumulated for your future needs. So never get fascinated by somebody who's owning a very expensive stuff, branded things or something. That's not his only decreasing his wealth, the amount, the money that he would have saved or invested someday is already decreasing it by spending on the depreciating assets. We are also in a habit of comparing our income, our lifestyle with others. Maybe I am driving a small hatchback, and for me, the person who is owning an SUV is more richer than me. Maybe that person who is owning an SUV like Fortuner, he might be seeing somebody else having a Hummer, right? So for him, that guy who is owning a Hummer is richer. So comparison is not gonna help you meet your needs. So never compare yourself with others. You have a different scenario, you live in a different situation. That person comes from a different background, he has lived in a different phase, he has seen a different economic world that you have not been come across. So never compare yourself. Always maintain what you have. Always look what you are able to meet at the end of the day. So don't go like buying something on EMI, and every day you are spending so much of your income on the paying back your EMI. Okay, so plan your expenditure, plan your priorities based on your income and saving. Other aspect that has been discussed in the book is that mostly the speculators and investors base their investment strategy on the history, which is not at all realistic. To be very honest, okay, the scenario that we had of Great Depression, it's not that it's gonna 1930. It's not that it's gonna repeat again. The downfall of Lehman Brothers, which led to the financial crisis. We all had financial crisis, yes, but the reason behind each financial crisis was different than the other. Right now, you can also see that we all have faced a scenario of COVID-19 when the whole world shut down at a single day, simultaneously for months, right? So people lost their jobs, lives were lost. We never came with such a scenario in the past 50 years or 100 years. So this situation keeps changing. There is a change in the future. Things keep changing, so never ever base your investment strategy solely on the history. History is important, also you can keep that thing in mind, but always be ready for the future surprises. So you cannot base solely on the history, because it's not gonna repeat the same way what it happened 10 years back or 20 years back. It might happen, but the scenario will change. There will be some add-ons At the end, I will say, whenever you are fixing your saving rate, don't look at the market. Mostly you will hear people saying that always keep only that much of amount in your savings that is able to cover up your 6 months of expenditure when you are out of your job. But that depends on you, whether how much you want to keep your money, because my living standard is different from your. Maybe I require more of money to live up to my 6 months of expenditure. Maybe you require less of it. Maybe you want for a year or a 2 year. So whenever you're saving the money, please don't go with the market that only 30% you should save of your income and rest you have to invest. That depends solely on you. If you have a requirement of a house, you can go and buy it, but plan it in a certain way that you don't spend more of your income on it for paying the EMI or paying back the loan. I hope you like this video. If you like this video, please like, share and subscribe to my channel. You can also follow me on Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn and Twitter. I'll put all the links below in the description box. Till then, signing off.